Yes. Now, you know, just like Preem said, like when you have a hero like Preem, my hero, it's always good to find out about your hero's hero. You know what I mean? And it's like, I remember telling Preem once I became friends with him, you know, the story of, yo, I used to make beats I used to want to be just like you and, you know, make the beats just like you. And he was like, man, don't worry about it. You know, you're going to develop your sound. Plus, I used to want to be like Marl. You know what I'm saying? And that blew my mind away, you know, to think that, you know, somebody you looked up to somebody else. Now, when you mention Marl's name, I mean, before Mobb Deep, before Nas, this was the first person to represent the Queensbridge Projects on any level of creativity. You know what I'm saying? This was the first, Marl. You know what I mean? Aside from that, I mean, this is rap's first super producer. Like, I mean, the span of hits that he was creating was incredible. Like Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, only to name a few. I mean, this man was incredible. Anybody who was hot, you had to go get a joint from Marley. That was the status quo, straight up. And it's like, even to this day, if you're going to go to a real hip-hop party, there's no way that you could be in the house without hearing at least 5 to 10 Marl produced records. Not to mention, he was the ringleader and the sound provider for the hip-hop's first ever super crew, the Juice Crew. Like, groundbreaking, you know what I'm saying? How about not even that? He was the first on a lot of things. He was the first to ever make a beat just for a video. Like in the beginning of the video, just make a beat like he did on a symphony. It was that crazy beat when he was on the piano. I never knew where that came from. Later down the line, Alcoholics would sample it. Nowadays, you see a lot of videos using little beats in the beginning and end. Marley was the first to do that. He was also the first producer to ever have his own album, Marl, In Control Volume 1. I'll never forget the album cover. You know what I'm saying? Marley, like, looked like he was on a runway in the cockpit. You know what I'm saying? Had the flight suit on, had the big rope chain on, and he had his finger up like this, like number one. You know what I'm saying? And for a person who had so many firsts in his career, he must have known exactly what he was doing when he had that one up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Number one. I remember when I first moved to New York, I used to stay in Sunday nights and record, you know, the Future Flavors, Marley's show off the radio. And then I used to go to NYU with my headphones. I used to be bopping around the town, like, with my New York shit. Like, yeah, you know, I'm in New York now, you know. And it was like, Marley, his show was like that. Like, it made me feel like I was a part of something. It was incredible. And what he's brought to the hip-hop game can never be matched. Straight up. He's a legend, beyond legendary status, a straight-up pioneer. And it's my honor to bring to the stage right now, Marl.
First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving me the power and the strength to make an impact in this lifetime right now. That's number one. And to be sitting on stage with Al Cooper is the coolest shit in the world. I only could wish that when I become his age, I could be that goddamn cool. Let me go touch the keyboard real quick. Hold on for a second. Now I'm cool. All right, so this is really nice. I got the headphones. I'm thinking maybe I could put this on and have Marley music all day in the headphones. Doesn't work. But most of all, I look at it like this. I mean, when I got into hip hop, when I got into producing, it was for the fun. I never knew that I would be making this type of history, that people would like what I'm doing, because I was doing something on a 4-track in my living room, in my sister's living room. You know what I mean? The Bridge was made on a 4-track. Alchemist Presenst was made on a 4-track cassette. And these songs still, they still around. When you put them on in parties right now, people still appreciate them. And I just think that's a gift from God, because I was just doing it out of love. I would never think that the things that I was doing would influence a DJ Premier, an Alchemist, or anyone that followed. It was just only for the love. And like I have to say, thanks for the award. I have to thank God once again, because God's the creator, and without the strength of God, I wouldn't be able to do what I do for people to accept and put me into their life. Basically, I'm going to let y'all in on something. When I was doing my production in the 80s with the Juice Crew, I first was inspired by a Grand Wizard Theodore tape that I heard in my lunchroom in high school, of rap from the Bronx. When I got into production, I knew that there were records out, and there were rap records on wax already, but it wasn't what I was liking about rap music. That's why I brought sampling into the game, because I wanted to extend the breaks, like the tapes that I would heard from the earlier people from the Bronx, with echoes on them, with scratches and extended breaks. So I figured that the only way I could achieve that was to sample a break and loop it, throw cuts on it, and throw a little echo like what I was brought up on. So I have to give it up to the pioneers before me. You know, I have to give it up to the DSTs, the Grand Wizard Theodores, the Jackie Joyces, and everybody that inspired me to do what I do, and I could present that to you guys, and that's before I could get this award right here. I just thank everyone. I thank God once again, and thank you very much for the award. I love you all.